Quick test, quick test. Hello, hello, hello.
Auf Wiedersehen.
See you in a second.
Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. If you got some beers to bring, you know we're always down to hang. One or two or three more, come see what we've got in store. A beer for you and a beer for me, 1 and 1, and that makes 3. So if you think you're down to hang, come and join the bangin' gang. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers.
Three, two, one. Here we are.
Guten Tag.
Sorry, we were just running into issues left and right here. It's
You had to
one of those
redo it
days.
again. It's one of those things is right.
Ben, do your little intro again so we can get that out of the way.
Okay, so we're doing a whole lineup of German Fest beers, Marzens, Oktoberfests. Basically, they are the granddaddy of lagers. They are a seasonal beer that we are doing in October instead of September because fuck logic. But anyhow, we have a decent lineup here. We're doing Rohrbock's Oktoberfest with Warhorse's Oktoberfest, along with Lancaster freshly roasted, a Trogs Hop Cyclone, Human Robot, McCall, and Bolero Snort Crushable from our fellas at Beer You Are podcast.
Yeah, the Beer You Are podcast guys gave us Hittin' Dingers and the Crushable beers. So shout out to those guys.
Thank you very much.
We did an episode with them last week, which is a blast. If you are watching this, do us a favor, hit that share button, let people know that this podcast exists. We're, the best way this all grows is word of mouth. We're obviously not famous, so our podcast takes a little harder to promote and get out there. The Joe Rogans and the if you're a celebrity and make a podcast, you get a little more love. But we're local, so show some local love.
And we're gimmicky, and we're lovable guys.
We'll see. If this is your first time, you could be the judge of that. No Andrew Hare tonight, and no Pops tonight. So we're too short. But we have been blessed by hanging out tonight with Cheesefoot again.
The Cheesefoot clan.
And Tori was hanging out with us, who's not a beer drinker.
I'm a beer novice.
Yeah, so she's probably gonna hate all of this. I try to put two in here that you may be into.
You pulled them out. You pulled them out, and I was just like, oh, maybe.
Yeah. But you could see Tori and myself on every Tuesday night or every Monday night at Truth Behind Illusion. We're actually doing an episode tomorrow. So once this is all done, we have to pack everything up because we are doing an episode recorded at the Jim Thorpe Prison tomorrow.
Oh baby!
So we're gonna be doing a live, not live because they probably don't have good internet, but we're gonna record it and then probably put it out next weekend for you guys to watch, so you can see us at the Jim Thorpe Prison talking ghost stories and the history of the prison.
Make like a horror montage.
Yeah, and then which is really exciting. And then on Tuesdays you can see Tori again, as well as on another cast
one.
on
Another one.
Not Cool in High School. And this Tuesday we're going to talk about the movie.
Going to be
The
talking about
movies.
the movies Hocus Pocus.
The movies Hocus Pocus. So that's so you can catch Tori in all those shows. So yeah, we have some cool beers tonight. Thank you once again, guys, for hanging out with us. Links are below if you want to support us and go see us on YouTube or anywhere you can listen to audio podcasts. We are on there as well. So I know you're checking out the video aspect, but if you want to watch the video, watch the podcast. If if you want to listen to the podcast, you can do so in your car on pretty much any music streaming site like Spotify, iTunes, Google, as well as podcast apps. So a like or a subscribe on wherever you listen to those would be helpful as well. And we do have merch if you want to buy some T-shirts or hoodies or all that fun stuff, stickers.
Absolutely.
So, and all that goes to helping us grow. All right, Ben, our first beer. Read it off. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, sure. So Oktoberfest is a Rohrbach Brewing Company Marzen, clocking in at 5.9% alcohol by volume. Rohrbach Brewing Company is from Rochester, New York. Rohrbach's Oktoberfest is a tribute to the authentic German-style lager served around the world during autumn. Brewed with vast amounts of Vienna and Munich malts, balanced with the bitterness of German noble hops, fermented with a lager yeast strain, and lagered for over a month, our Oktoberfest is full-bodied and packed full of flavor.
All right.
Oh, baby. Oh, that felt great. Especially with the hat, too. I think the beer tastes better with the
Ickliebe
hat, too.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we're official.
It pushes the gaps between the brain cells together.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It certainly does.
We can take all the help we can get in that department, right, Ben?
Hey, I'm firing all cylinders, man.
Did you ever
Hey.
see that episode of Futurama where the monkey gets a brain hat, essentially?
The
hat
Fez.
makes him smart?
The Fez, yeah.
Or when I always think of when they give Charlie the smart pill.
Oh, God.
I spoke Mandarin for a week and his brain's so tired. They're like, we gave him sugar pills. Like, he's like, really? Like, yeah.
But it worked.
Here's my invention. It's a
But it
spider,
worked.
But it's labeled spider poorly.
Yeah, so I'm going to say right now, when it comes to the Oktoberfest season,
There should be no question. You like this beer right off the bat. Because it's kind of like it's a grandfather or lager.
I like it, but so far, all right, so every Oktoberfest for me is compared to Yingling.
Okay.
I like Yingling's Oktoberfest. I think it's one of the better ones out there. Until we went to Brew Daddy.
I like theirs.
Their Oktoberfest was unbelievable.
That really was a good Oktoberfest.
I wish that could
Marzen.
be piped into my spigot of my house, and I can drink that all year round.
Would
I
you
think
buy
they
a
can do that with the Yingling one?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Would you buy in a keg?
If I had something to tap a keg and do it with, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That would be a beer if they, because I know they're still not up to their canning process yet. I wouldn't go get Crowlers of it because I don't like the way Crowlers age. But if that was in cans, I would have left there that day with at least 2 6-packs. I would have bought a case of it.
Yeah, if they do like the whole thing with like how Pizza Boy would do it, I think they would do very well if they can do it cost effectively.
So
That's just me, but
all right. So this is a good Oktoberfest. I don't hate it, but let me check something real quick. So this is a 5.9.
it's a 5.9. You're almost cracking 6% here.
One friend checked it in, gave it a 3.5. I wonder if that's someone here already. No, it's not.
No.
Everyone it has 2,722 check-ins. It averages a 3.67. I'm gonna be honest. I think right where it's sitting on Untapped is where I would go with it as well. I think it's a little more malty, and I think the sweetness of it is not so much for me. Like
different
Yeah.
variation of it. Usually, you kind of want to go with a little bit of the malt, especially with a little bit of the dark, like a little bit of the amber.
I don't think the malt is bothering me as much as the sweetness. A little too sweet for me to be an Oktoberfest.
See, I think the sweet's just right for that.
Really?
The noble hops, you get the touch of the bitter, mixes nice with that sweet.
Yeah.
Caramel undertones.
Yep.
And to me, at least, on the finish, you get like little biscuit hits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I agree with you on
Tip up a
that.
little bit on your mic.
Yeah, and actually, I think that's pretty good. I gave that a 3.7.
Yeah. I'm 3.5. I don't hate it. I think so far compared to the other two I've had this Oktoberfest season, it's third out of 3. So
I think so far, like maybe a 3.5, because like what Bob was saying with like the balance. Like I think it really is like a truly balanced German style lager. Like it hits a little bit of sweetness, hits the biscuit. I mean, you're doing okay with it. 3.5 for me at least.
yeah, I don't hate it. I think so far when it comes to my lineup, it's not my number one yet. What do you think?
I went 3.5 too, and for a very similar reason to you. I think Oktoberfests have to, for me, be something special because I already have my favorite Oktoberfest.
What's yours?
My number one is the Victory.
Okay.
I fucking love the Victory Oktoberfest. The Victory Fest beer it's my number 2 favorite beer I've ever had.
There was a beer article, I think, on breweries in PA where they said it like the top 5.
Victory was in there.
Yeah, Victory was actually number 1.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you. I have them in the fridge. I'm
So,
gonna bring one for you. 'Cause
sweet.
It's so good.
Cool.
Like,
I like-
Meatball and I actually used to seek them out. We spent the last
Wow.
3 or 4 years.
Rusty
having
Rails
to try to
Oktoberfest
find
is
them.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
that's-
that actually just the other day.
Yeah, that one's
it's
good.
different.
It was
it's
a
definitely
ride.
different.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, talking about big dick energy with, an article that's shared nationwide, I mean, hell, we'll try it out.
And
Why
then,
not?
Too, Yingling. Always the Yingling.
I think
Oktoberfest
Yinglings is better than
is
Sam
incredible.
Adams. That's just my opinion.
Absolutely. I think that the Sam Adams, it changed a couple years ago. It like noticeably changed. And before it changed, I would have said like, it wasn't impressive. But then I think it got like more caramely. And it's pretty good now.
Do you need help with that Oktoberfest over there, Tori?
Probably. For someone that doesn't drink beer and doesn't like beer at all, I didn't mind it. I thought it was actually pretty good. It's pretty palatable. I could drink that.
What do you get when it comes to the taste of the undertones? Are you getting any of that caramel or sweetness?
I definitely the sweetness. For me, it's usually just like beer tastes like hops. It tastes like beer. But like that one,
We'll get there.
I did get a little bit of the sweet. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I did get a little bit of the sweetness, so I enjoyed that. I could sit and sip that a little bit. I could sip it.
Yeah.
I could test it.
Okay. Well, if you need help,
absolutely fine.
if you need help putting some down, we'll help you out.
I know that's why I'm like just like I'm still gonna take a shot.
Yeah. So Tori's her perspective tonight is gonna be not like a novice drinker.
She's an outsider.
Yeah. She likes her
Sorry.
wines.
Oh, I'm an outsider.
She
Yeah,
likes-
I'm a wine connoisseur.
She likes her wines. So.
Yep.
All right. So what we got here, Ben?
All right, so switching back to normal mode, not German mode. Fresh roasted peanut butter ale is a Lancaster Brewing Company English mild ale, clocking at 6.5% alcohol by volume. Lancaster Brewing Company is from Lancaster, PA. We brew our fresh roasted
shit.
peanut butter spiked English ale with rich caramel malts loaded of all natural peanut butter and Fuggles hops for a unique special brew that delivers the unmistakable flavor and aroma of fresh roasted peanuts, culminating in a smooth caramel finish.
12 of my friends have checked it in Untapped. It averages a 404. 4,904 total check-ins. It averages a 376. And like I said, it's a 6.5 English mild ale. So
This actually comes in 6-packs, and it's like a red 6-pack too, kind of like the oldie time peanut boxes, which is pretty cool. A little
Interesting.
bit of cool marketing, a little flair to
I
it.
can't believe I don't hate this.
nutty,
Whoa.
smooth peanut butter, sweet chocolate.
It's a bit nutty.
It smells really good.
Like it smells like a peanut.
really good.
It smells like a
peanut butter.
Right.
It smells like Port Clinton when you're driving through.
Yeah, the peanut shop. But I mean, then I taste it and I just go, oh no.
Really?
I go, oh no.
Yeah, this one's a little bit different. I would say this is more of like a Marley's Pack Dog peanut butter ale, but light, like on a larger scale.
So, all right. As it's hanging out more, when I first tasted, I was like, I get like if you were eating a nut, right, like a peanut, and then as it sits more in your palate,
It converts to peanut butter.
then it tastes like peanut butter. Yeah, it literally tastes like you took it. That's the closest to a peanut butter tasting beer I've ever had in my life, and I'm not a huge peanut butter
It's
fan.
like if you put it in a blender.
yeah,
it
it's like
goes peanuts to peanut butter to beer.
I don't get any
Yeah.
beer.
No, I totally get that. It's beer at the end for me.
Really?
Yeah, like a lager beer or something. It's like
It's
just
not like
tastes
a-
like beer.
It's
by the
not
time
really
I'm
like
done.
a.
I come in a little bit.
It's
Oh,
not
my
like
bad.
it's not like a sickening sweet either. It's like a good drinkable peanut butter, like peanut butter beer.
The funny thing is,
pretty
I don't
cool.
have a peanut allergy, right? But you know how like when people have it and they feel like their throat closes? When I drink peanut butter beers or peanut beers, I feel like my throat does that. And I'm like, oh, that's what it
jeez.
feels like to die. Peanuts.
That being said, do you want to finish me off?
Yeah.
Show me how much you love it.
Thanks.
All right.
But yeah, this one, if you don't want to make the trip to Bloomsburg to go to Marley's and get their Pack Dog peanut butter ale, but you want something to get that peanut butter itch, this is definitely right up your alley. For me, at least, I really like it. I drank the other 5 after doing the lawn, but I would give it a solid 3.5. That's just because it has. It's just it is another balanced, 12 ounce beer or baby can beer.
Yeah. hands down. I mean, we've done a lot of peanut butter on this show. That is the strongest peanut butter tasting beer I think we've had in what 83 episodes, 80 or 87.
Yeah, 87.
87 episodes. That's the strongest peanut butter taste I've ever had in a beer.
I know you can get I can get a few, but they're like one-offs. But until then, we'll get there.
If you're into peanut butter, seek this out.
If you want to drink something and feel like there should be something stuck to the roof of your mouth,
This is
have
it.
this beer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about the closest you're going to get to having a simulation.
I'm literally
Liquid.
licking the roof of my mouth trying to get it off. There's nothing there.
I'll give it a 3.75. Okay. And I don't like peanut butter that much.
Actually, this is the third time I've had this. I'm one of the 12 friends that had it before.
Okay.
I really enjoy this. It's light. It goes down easy. It tastes exactly like it says it does. I don't have any problems with this at all. I don't think I could drink it all day, but I can
definitely not.
I can definitely put down a couple of them. I gave this a 4. I'm not changing it tonight.
Now, I gave this a 3.75 as a taster. So I'm giving it a score based on what I taste and what I'm experiencing. It would be tough for me to finish the whole can, though. Too much peanut butter for me. But I'm scoring it on a taster, and I'm scoring it on what it's giving me. You know, that's pretty much what I'm going with. What do you got, Tori?
I'm the nut. I don't know.
What?
No, I guess I'm the nut. No pun intended. I can just drink those like whenever.
Yeah, I just couldn't sit and just drink a peanut butter flavored drink by itself all day long.
Not by itself. No way. No, I get you.
It's a good taster. It's a good sampler for me. But if you're into peanut butter, seek this out.
IPA, peanut butter.
I really want
IPA.
chocolate now.
Yeah,
I'm
I feel like
craving chocolate.
if they
now.
can get that peanut butter taste and get me a chocolate porter taste and put them together.
Well, do you have any more of the Yingling chocolate porter? And we'll do our taste test?
Well, it's gone already. So
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I would like a candle of that. I think I like a candle. I like the way it smells a lot,
Yeah.
but I'm not a fan of how it tastes.
Are you a fan of peanut butter?
Yes,
How close to that to peanut butter for that is you?
it definitely tasted like peanut butter. It tasted like a fancy schmancy peanut butter, but then it kicked in with the beer, and it just not my thing. But
Is that a chocolate peanut butter?
Yeah, that was
from
at
Snitz.
Snitz Creek. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Where are you at, Cheesefoot, with
Okay.
this one?
I gave it a 3 because I don't really like peanut butter that much. But
100%.
I could hammer my way through it.
Yeah.
Like I would hammer my way through this. Like if you handed me any cheap beer, it's not something I'd be like, I would never drink that. It's something that I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna get drunk, so I might as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I think not to get too gross. So if you you have a sensitive stomach, that would probably taste pretty pleasant coming back up if you had like 14 of them.
Have you ever had funnel cake come back up?
I did
No.
once.
It's the exact same taste.
Really,
It's super
powder sugar
strange.
and everything.
It's
When I
funnel
get to the
cake
point
again.
where I
It
can't,
looks the same on the ground too.
wow. When I get to the point where I can't keep food down, I go right to Freezy Pops. Same going down, same coming up. Easy, and that's all liquid. It's a good pro tip.
You should
There
switch
you
to
go.
Pedialyte Freezy Pops because then you get all the nutrients.
Pedialyte
too.
tastes. Pedialyte tastes so fucking disgusting.
I like to get the blue ones because it tastes like blue and salt.
They're so. Someone's like, "Oh, you drink a Pedialyte," and I sit and I'm like, "I'd rather die."
They make an adult version of
They're
Pedialyte
gross.
now too. And
They're
I'm
gross.
like,
I have it at home. It's in case I get sick.
Yeah, they're
And only the blue. I only get the blue because, like I said, it tastes like blue and salt.
and you know
Ugh.
the funny thing, like when I was a kid, then too, like when I used to eat the Pedialyte, and I freaking hated it too.
You would eat Pedialyte.
Well, I was like really sick because I
You
had
would drink it.
Well, no, they made popsicles.
Yeah, they made
too.
popsicles.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
what I
made
meant.
popsicles.
Oh.
Yeah. So the one nurse that we know said do watered down Gatorade and was like much better. And like, oh shit, like you're doing a lot better with the Gatorade watered down more than anything. So
I would just chug Gatorade.
you're better off anyway.
Yeah, Pedialyte tastes
Honestly.
tastes like it's like someone's sweat mixed with fruit juice. It's gross. And there goes all our viewers. See you guys.
Ruin the entire night.
Man.
Puke warning. We've never had anyone puke on the show. 87 episodes. I could be proud to say we never had anyone throw.
No, we had about like 7
Yet.
like can blow ups at least.
I mean, I puked off camera during an episode, but it wasn't because the beer was bad or I was over drunk. It was just
reflux.
acid reflux was super high that night, and we
why
drank. I
I tried
drank
to
a
grab
beer.
it.
And it was super much. It was like a lot of coffee, and I was like, not going down great.
I tried to underneath claw it
Oh.
from her for some reason. She was handing it to me, and I was just like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So this one, Tori, is going to be very hoppy.
I can smell it.
Wow, I really like the smell of this from Trogs. This is like kind of like a shocker to me.
This is
had this
going to
one, I'm
be
pretty sure.
this is going to I think this is their seasonal right now, the Hop Cyclone.
Okay.
If you want this, it is at the cake stand in Monte City, as well as the
Oh
court,
my.
as as well as the courthouse in Frackville.
Still not as great as that.
Real quick, I want to give a huge shout out to, obviously, the cake stand always takes care of us every time we go in there. They treat us like gold. But a close second for us locally. I live in Frackville. Swing over to the courthouse. I know you can go to Jimmy O's and get beer to go. You can go to the Compass and get beers to go. You can go to Black Diamond and get beers to go. And they all have great craft selections. But the courthouse in Frackville has the mix-a-six, so you can mix if you want to. Hey, I want to try this one and try this one, and not commit to a full 4-pack. The courthouse has you covered, and he does really well, giving it a good stock in there. And we went in there, and I got a bunch of pumpkin beers for upcoming episodes, and they took care of us, man. They gave us a lot of love, and I was able to go in there and take some pictures of their coolers and put out there and show off what they have. So,
And I got a side fun fact too with their slushy machines.
Mhm.
Apparently, there's a guy in Frackville that does a apple pie boilo that's actually stellar, and it's actually used in the courthouse apple boilo slushy mix
Interesting.
recipe.
Is that not blasphemy for y'all? Boilo's supposed to be hot, right?
Well,
Gonna make
yes.
a frozen
It is.
slushy.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, but if it's good, man, hey, you can't fucking beat that.
Yeah,
I like
You
my
cannot
Boilo
beat
cold.
that.
yeah.
I'll put ice in it.
Oh.
What was the other thing I had to plug
And
here?
it's local too.
I lost
so.
my train of thought.
Courthouse.
Courthouse, yeah. I'm in that realm. I just don't remember where I was. Oh,
Courthouse and
we have a member of the Craft House
yeah,
on our page now.
that's Bill Gober, right?
Yeah, Bill's a part of our page, and
Shout out to
he's
Bill Goldberg.
going to keep posting new beers coming to the Craft House on the page too.
Mhm.
So we encourage every place in the area. If you're a bar, if you're a brewery, or if you're anything, post on our page. Let people know it exists, and the more people that sign up to our page and follow it, we try to keep you informed on where to find cool beer in the area, or a brewery that it'd be good for your a good time for you to
Absolutely,
go
yeah.
travel to and experience, like Brew Daddy in Allentown. So we try to keep you well informed, try new things out, but there's a few local things right there that we just plug that you can go and show them love.
And with Bill's post, I actually saw Maple Mistress from Saucony Creek, which is like a guilty pleasure for me. Past couple years, it was really good, and then it fell flat. And then if you listen to our Liquid Noise episode, where the chef actually takes a butternut squash and maple inspired culinary beer, it really hits hard with what Maple Mistress should be. So if we get it on the show, I'm going to be a hard ass with them. I'm not going to lie.
I love going.
I really
down to
like
Saucony
that. I
Creek.
really like that beer. So that
The
one's
food
close to
is
my heart.
awesome. I'm a
Yes.
food guy.
There you go. Yeah.
The only problem I had with their food, I ordered the pasta salad one time, and it was hot, and I was like, "Is this pasta salad?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Is it supposed to be hot?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, this is weird."
You got
Like, if you
thrown
told me I
off,
was
field
getting
turn.
pesto pasta, I'm in. But it said pesto pasta salad, and it was hot. I was very confused. It was still delicious.
Yeah.
But I was big.
The food at Brew
Yeah,
Daddy
I would
was
be too.
unbelievable too.
It was summertime, and I was like, "Yeah, nice cold pasta salad. That'll hit the spot."
The last couple times I was there, they weren't on the menu anymore, but I used to get kimchi burgers there all the time. Oh, they were
Ooh.
fantastic.
Nice.
They had like
I love kimchi.
They had a Korean barbecue like egg rolls, and they had Korean barbecue pizza at Brew Daddy. Those two were actually pretty good.
I got a burger.
sriracha aioli they used too, so it had a nice little mix of everything there.
Nice.
Pretty
What
good.
was the little thing they gave us the sample of? It was like a little roll.
I think that was the Korean, the K-pop Korean.
Yeah, that was good.
egg
And then
rolls.
I had a bite of Heidi's pretzel that she got.
yeah, the big pretzel. Yeah,
And they had like a cinnamon dipping sauce with it, like
Oh,
a pumpkin
hell
cinnamon
yeah.
dip sauce. It
Oh,
was
hell yeah.
unbelievable. So good.
Do you want to finish mine, Tony?
Yeah. So while I'm taking your port, what did you think of Hop Cyclone, Tori?
well,
Oh, it was very hoppy.
Well, let me read that bad boy for you.
Go right
Just
ahead.
to give you an idea. So, Hop Cyclone Hazy Double IPA is a Trogs Independent Brewing Company Imperial Double New England IPA, clocking in at 9% alcohol by volume. They're from Hershey, PA, originally from Harrisburg, moved to Hershey. Soft, tropical, and hazy double IPA from Trogs. Experience hop waves of epic proportions thanks to our hop cyclone technology, which churns in our fermenters and makes sure the notes of pineapple, soft citrus, and juicy peach hit every last drop of this beer. London 3 yeasts up the tropical ante and helps uphold the haze from the grain.
Awesome.
With heroic hop flavor and low bitterness, this once-a-year release will disappear without warning. Don't miss it. We taste pineapple, soft citrus, juicy peach.
We had this on tap at my work last year. I was drinking it daily.
So I'll kind of go first here with this one. I won't get my score right away. I'll come back around for my score. But for how hoppy this is, that pineapple flattens it out. Like there's no hop bite to it at all.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Honestly, this is a very good introductory hazy double IPA for somebody. If they're really trying to step it up, this is absolutely perfect. If you want to really taste like tasting notes, this is definitely right up your alley.
It does not drink like a 9% either.
Oh
True.
no, it doesn't.
That's 9%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very well camouflaged.
Yeah, this is actually a really solid brew. I really wish that they actually made this as a standard. Unfortunately,
This might be up there for me with Nimble Giant. I really love Nimble Giant.
I don't know.
I like this more.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knows. I like my New Englands, and this is freaking solid. I really like it. I think that's gonna really hit like a 3.75 for what it is.
Only a
For me.
3.75.
A really solid 3.75.
Is it close to the 4?
You have to get me on a few more sips to find out, but
Well,
probably
get a few more whippers in there. Bob,
A little bit left
what
in
do
the
you
can.
score in this one?
I gave this one a 4. Absolutely. It's hoppy, but it's not overpowering. The pineapple is perfect. You get a little bit of the other fruits. Very smooth finish. Fucking delicious, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with 4.
Yeah.
I'm going with the 4. I'll hit the 4. That's a well-deserved 4. Good job, Trogs.
I feel like
I'll
every
drink
time
to
I
that.
come here, I can't remember how I scale and grade things. And then you guys are like hyping it up. I'm like, yeah, 4 sounds good. I'm like, I gave it a 3.5 because like it was good.
Yeah.
But like
But
to
it's
me,
your
3.5 is good.
But it's your rating. Foot.
3.5 is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then part of me was like, man, I hope Trogs doesn't get mad at me. Like 3.5.
It's a 5 scale. Anything over 2.5 is above average.
Yeah, it's good and I like it. And like I said, when we had it at work, I was like, oh yeah, let me get that. But it's delicious.
Yeah. 3.5? 3.5?
3.5,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to go with the 4 there. Being a 9% overall, that pineapple and that citrus really smooths it out.
And that's, that there's no alcohol burn either.
Not at
That 9% is completely camouflaged. That's nice.
Yeah. So your first experience with a hoppier beer.
It was funny as he was going through the description. He was just like, "Oh, hints of pineapple and da da da," and I was just like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was just like,
She's
"Oh,
like,
fuck."
give us a pine cone. Yeah, I
It's
get
like-
that.
Oh yes, pine cone and hops.
I can,
Yes.
I can imagine the scenario there. It's like, I taste this. I go, yeah, fuck yeah, I do. And you're like, damn it.
And then
Dude,
like,
I
oh,
do not
geez.
taste any of this.
Here's the funny thing. Like I said, we're 87
87
episodes in. I just got to start learning how to get a palate for porters and stouts.
No cat piss experience yet?
Not
No.
yet. No. There's
No
some.
cat.
Oh boy.
There are some beers that when you smell them, it smells like a litter box.
Oof.
And they taste amazing.
They're really strong in the
Y'all are
scent.
crazy.
It's nutty.
Our video paused for a
That's so
second. It should be
funny.
back in a moment there. We should be back. Hey, sometimes that happens, people. So if you have interruptions, just bear with them. That's one of the downsides for being live. If you are watching, please hit that share button. Let people know we exist and help us grow a little bit. All right, Ben, your human robot.
Oh baby, you're
love
let me
that
break
can.
that out. Oh baby.
That
That's an
can is so
Android.
fun.
Well,
Let me pour it first.
Well, we got
You
this.
start reading it.
Well, we got this donated by somebody.
Oh, yeah?
But yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm
Look
letting
out,
it-
man.
I'm letting it ride. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
but thank you for the donation. It's greatly appreciated. We are going to give you the acknowledgement of it. So, let me type this up. Away from the numbers. This is what human robot is. Now, Human Robot is a Philadelphia brewery that I would really want to get their beers.
Well, real quick,
Go Birds.
are we plugging the person's page that donated this? I think we should.
Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. The girl is Sam Gansey. Thank you very much for the beer.
Yes.
She goes by Sama Bites on Instagram with some random X's and O's, and she likes Marzens as well. And yeah, she's a beer girl that loves beer. That's the best way I can describe her.
Yeah, if you follow her Instagram, she does have a lot of beer posts, and she does her
Don't do
little
it.
like
Stop.
reviews as well as she shows a lot of beer love.
Yes.
So thank you for the donation, and we really appreciate it. And everyone go give. I'm trying to pull up her account here so we can 100% give her the credit.
So I will. I can actually. I can read off what her. So
I got it.
Okay.
It's SAMMA X Bites.
Yep.
So shout out to her. Thank you so much for the human robot
Yes,
donation.
thank you.
Human robots are androids, by the way.
They are.
For you science
Yes,
fiction
they
people out
go
there.
they go off of. They're a really cool little brewery because they actually have Transformer inspired glassware along with their beer releases as well.
That's awesome.
So you can get the crowler and the actual glass that you can purchase on their site, and they do a little bit of delivery local in Philly, but they only go over a 15-mile radius.
Real quick, Brian Todd from Toolshed Jack in the chat saying, "Hey gang, what's going on, man?
Holy shit, Brian Todd!
We miss
How
you,
are
brother.
buddy?
Hope everything's good. Hope you've been doing well with the whole pandemic. And please feel free, guys. If you are watching the stream, please talk to us. What are you guys
Yeah.
drinking tonight? Interact with us. Tell us what you think of some beers. Have you tried anything that we're talking about tonight? Is there a brewery that you think we should grab? Let us know. What are your favorite places to go in School County to pick up beers?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Human Robot. Did you read this off?
So no, I did not. But I'm just gonna actually say something a little bit about it.
All right, good.
It's different. It is a silky smooth type of India Pale Ale. It's very drinkable for what it is. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit. I'm gonna read the description.
I'm going to shut up and read the description.
Away from the numbers is a Human Robot American IPA clocking at 6.3% alcohol by volume. They are a microbrewery in Philly, PA. A silky soft base of pale pills malts gets the robot treatment with hefty dry hop additions of fruity yucca and dank mosaic. Sweet pithy orange and blueberry notes fade into a hazy herbal eucalyptus daydream. Reality so hard. Free your mind. You free your soul. So, it pours light. It looks like it's slightly hazy. It is a little bit of a haze to it, but it's not like you
Homegirl's
can't
over
see
here
through
eating
it.
Sour Patch Kids. You didn't
Yeah,
get
I'm
no
cutting.
sour
I'm
beers?
cutting some of the.
Oh, you ain't got candy?
I did.
That'll ruin your palate. What is this one called by Human Robot?
That is Away from the Numbers. This is their America Pale Ale.
I like
this-
that name.
Away from the Numbers.
Sounds like a good album song. Like, not album, but like a good song.
It sounds like a progressive rock album.
I was going to say, it sounds
Away
like
from the
Pink Floyd
numbers.
wrote that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over 16 over 32 time and do jazz Miles Davis shit, yo.
Has been checked in by two of my friends. It averages a 325, and it has a 154 check-in. So not many people have tried this beer.
This is one place I kind of really want to get a huge get for, and we actually did. And thank you, Sam, for that. It's
Yeah.
really appreciated.
Out of the 154 people, it averages a 4.03.
Yeah, that is a very solid America Pale Ale. Like, it hits every note, saying the silky soft base.
Great smell.
It's a very drinkable 6.3, I think.
That's different.
It's got something
Yeah.
in it I don't like, and I don't know what it is. 95% of the beer I like, but there's 5% of it that I'm not.
That initial hit to your mouth is different. Like something happens that's not normal.
To me, I think the difference is that it uses Pilsner malts instead of the other stuff.
Like when it hit my initial front of my taste buds and my tongue, it felt like my mouth filled up with air. Like I had like my whole I felt like I was full, like my mouth was full and I only took a sip. But then it dried. Like
It
dried.
has a very different approach to it. I kind of like it. It's something different. It's all about like what you're trying with craft. Like you want to try something different. something that catches you off guard a little bit, and you drink a little bit more, and you really like it. And
The aftertaste on
This-
this one is a little bit of the cat what we're talking about.
yeah, that's the mosaic. That's the mosaic. That's definitely the mosaic out of that.
This has a weird like aftertaste in your tongue too. Like
I don't mind.
all right, so here's where how I say it, but it's weird because I don't hate it. I kind of dig it. Maybe because I'm a weirdo, but like
Yeah.
it's like when you don't brush your teeth, like you wake up in the morning, you have that weird like
That
funk on your
fuzz.
tongue, like a funk on your
Fuzz.
yeah, like you get a little bit of a fuzz on your tongue after that aftertaste. I don't know.
I
it's
didn't
strange.
hate it. I wasn't too
I don't
bad.
hate it. It's different. It's very different.
They make some fruited sours, and they made a peach IPA too. I was trying to get, but
Yeah.
it is what
So
it
that's
is.
I think it's the Pilsner malts that make the difference on the initial taste.
Yeah.
Like the description said, I get like the faintest hit of orange. It finishes like a regular IPA. It's okay. I have no complaints. This is above average to me. I give this a 3.5.
I'm with you at a 3.5 as well.
All right, I'm gonna edge you guys out a little bit. I like this one, 375, because it really does fit the description
Man,
very
you came in
well.
hot like you're like blowing up the world. You're like I'm gonna edge 3.75.
Fuck it. Hey, that's how I roll sometimes. Yeah,
Well,
I'm unpredictable, man.
You talked big like you were going with the 4.25 on this, and you're like I'm coming in hot 3.75.
No, I'm gonna edge you guys out a little bit.
You won us.
You have to listen to what I have to say. You
think-
have to listen.
I think in your head you think
No.
you're bringing it a different level, and then when it hits, it's like you think you like dropped the mic, and we're like,
Big
what?
hype.
Yeah.
It's like the jab instead of the huge like haymaker hook. When I come in, I'm like that jab. Ah. But
Okay.
no, seriously though, 375. This is a.
You know what my analogy would be?
Here we go.
It would be like when Kanye rushed the stage and grabbed the mic. We're like, he's gonna say something. He's like, Beyonce had the greatest music video of all time, and then just handed the mic back and walked away. And everyone's like, what?
Okay.
What just happened?
Okay, Kanye.
Hey, I did it. I did it.
Listen, getting compared to Kanye for anything is good.
Yeah.
You win.
Hey, whatever.
You're-
But
you're ahead of
no,
the game.
this is the. I mean,
You're now $53 million in debt. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. Like everything's just hitting a little bit of a nice balance. I don't know with these beers, like between the fresh roasted for me, the Oktoberfest, the Hop Cyclone, and by the numbers or away from the numbers. It is a solid American Pale Ale, like 375 for what the work is. I mean, if I saw that on tap, I'll definitely order it, just to give it a good be like, hey Ben, give me a good introductory beer. And if I had that and I saw it on tap, I'd give it to somebody.
You know what's funny? I keep forgetting every episode that I'm not supposed to be scoring them on tap, and I've been putting scores in. I fucking broke my own rule again. Happens.
You goof.
Who didn't score this yet? Cheesefoot.
I still feel like I'm fucking up when I do this, but
It's okay.
it's pretty good. I gave it a 3. Like I said, 95% invested.
Okay.
There's 5% of it that I can't quite figure it out. That I'm just at the end.
I think
of
it's
it,
the
I'm just like-
dryness.
and then I licked my lip after it at one point, and it didn't sit well.
It's like The Office. Our code when everything gets out of code. Rick your lips.
It didn't age well on my lip. If in case you're looking to age this beer, do not leave it sitting on my lip.
Yeah. Tori, what did you get from this? Because you had an immediate reaction.
And he looked over at the perfect time, so I was like, I didn't hate it as much as the last one. If that was the last thing in the world that somebody gave me to drink, I would happily drink it.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, we're turning the corner a little
You're
bit.
doing
okay.
way better than Andy Header.
I had messaged him before. I was like, pray for me.
He did an episode of Bangin Beers, and he was like,
Oh, come on. We kind of pigeonholed him a little
we
bit.
put him on a
too.
new trail, all new trail beers.
Yeah,
And
we
they're all
pigeonholed
hazy
him.
IPAs, right? He went, hate it, horrible.
He goes, oh, this one isn't
He
as bad, but I
literally-
still hate it.
He literally
I love that guy.
it touched the tip of his tongue. He's like, this is the worst thing ever. It was awesome. It's funny.
But you gotta give Andy credit though. He's not a beer drinker.
No.
He tried it out. He was a true sport about it. It's like he gave it an honest
He came up to
opinion.
record something for another episode and said, and just kind of hung out with us, which is
the
super cool.
only Andy Header episode.
Yeah.
The only one.
Maybe if we do like candy style, like he probably would have sat in for the Warhead beers.
The pastry style seltzers
Listen,
from
I'm,
Evil
st-
Twin
I'm
probably
still
would be it.
saying she's over here eating them sour candies. Maybe she'll like a sour beer.
We do have. It's funny you should say that. The next one is a little bit of a sour.
Oh, what
Says
would
it's
that
a little
one
bit
might
of a
be?
sour. It's just beer.
No, this is gonna
It's
be.
just beer.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Oh, I think I know what you're going for there.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Bob, you scored that last one, right? This
Yes.
one.
Mhm. We got everybody on that one.
Since you've last joined us, Bob, while we're segueing here, what have you had any cool other beer experiences since last episode? Have you gone and explored anywhere, seen anything?
Trying to think. Last weekend, we hit the Batdorf Hotel right next to
Oh,
Rotunda.
Rotunda. Okay.
So we ate lunch there. Every beer I had was from Rotunda. And when we left there, we went to Snitz Creek.
Keep it going.
That's a good day. Rotunda and Snitz Creek.
And it was great. They were
Ooh,
one of the
daddy.
places that right off the bat they got in compliance with all the new updated rules.
There you go. Yeah.
It's the first time I sat at a bar and did not have to order a meal in 6 months.
Don't rat them out.
You know, no, it's good.
They
It's
may or
they're in
may not have
compliance,
done
yeah.
but they claim they're in compliance.
Did you try the Ultimate Sin by Rotunda?
That was not on the menu.
Ooh, that beer is strong.
That's a. I think
Well, that's
it's
the brewery's not open on
more.
Sundays. We went on a Sunday, so that's why we
Not
ended
that
up
much?
going to the Batdorf instead of the brewery.
Yeah.
That one's a 12%. I think it's a 10 or a 12% triple IPA from that Ultimate Sin. I think it's a 12. I think I'm
So-
leaning at a 12%.
Here's a cool thing, and I don't want anyone to be swayed by this.
I'm immediately swayed.
All right, McCall, who we're drinking right now, which is
McCall.
Hittin' Dingers. It's a 6%
Sorry.
ABV. Two friends have checked it in, gave it a 4, 144 check-ins, overall 408. So not many people have tried this beer. They are a nano brewery in Allentown, living here in Allentown. So this was donated to us by the It's Beer You Are guys. Sorry, I almost said It's Just Beer. Beer You Are guys. Love those guys to death. Not much of a read up here, Ben. So I'll just jump
That's
in here.
fine.
Raspberry Berliner Weiss with brewed with lemon peel and lactose. They won with their Living Here in Allentown Beer of the Night with a collaboration with Brew Daddy. And in 87 episodes, only one time our Beer of the Night winner was they put it on their Instagram story saying we won Beer of the Night on this podcast. Only time it's ever happened by McCall. So when it comes to voting, I'm going to tell you right now, I may be a little biased. But I haven't tried it yet. I am nervous by saying it's made with lemon peel. I normally don't like lemon in beers. It tastes like Pine Sol or cleaner to me.
See, I like this a lot.
So,
Pretty sure that's
Tori,
Mike Schmidt on the can, so I mean, you're gonna.
Well,
so,
I mean,
so we're gonna drop a little bit of knowledge here for Tori, just to give her a little bit of an idea. It's gonna be simple, okay? So it goes kettle, Berliner Weiss, and then like regular sour when it comes to sour beers. Kettle sour is a little bit of that tartness to itself. Like you're going kettle, then tart, then Berliner. Kettle, you drink it, it tastes more like the fruit because that initial sour doesn't really hit you as hard the first time around. And that's kind of dipping your toes into it. If you have one kettle sour, in my opinion, if you have one kettle sour, you have them all. They're going to have a same signature taste, and you'll know right off the bat what a kettle sour is. Tart ale, kind of very similar to that, but less of the kettle sour flavor. And that's going to have a little bit less of like the tart and a little bit, still taste a little bit of the initial fruit. Berliner Weiss, which what we have here right now, that's a little bit like you're stepping your game up a little bit. Berliners are going to be really tart. They're going to be like half of a sour pretty much for me.
Well, this one is even a little. Now, this is the first Berliner Weiss that I ever had with lactose in it, and that takes
all the
big
sour out.
chunk of the sour
Yeah,
out.
this is not. To
This
me, this
is-
is not
yeah.
sour at all.
And
There's some sours that you drink, Tori,
Mhm.
and they hit you back here. You're like,
Yeah, so I
"Ooh."
wouldn't like that. See, I like
because
this.
because the initial Berliner Weiss, it cuts this that sourness in half. Like Bob saying with the lactose, you're getting a little bit of a difference. It's like more of like it's a 25% tartness versus like you're getting to like a kettle sour type of deal, and then your regular sour IPA. That's when it's going to really punch you in the face and be like, wow. And like Tony said, it's going to hit your salivary glands, and you're going to be like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be
It
punched
took
in the
him like
face, but
20
this is
episodes to
good.
get geared into a sour, so I beat the hell out of you with those.
They're
I may
just
have
moving
hung
away
out with
from me.
somebody recently too the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that.
I don't know if we'll ever have an episode there, but
more.
we shared a beer and a shot, and had a
Okay.
handshake, a hug, and left.
Man, it sounds like a perfect date.
Is anyone
Yeah.
else?
It was with the. I won't say the name. I'll just say Hulk Hogan.
All right, whatever.
Terry
Is
Bollea.
it not clicking at all?
No, it's not clicking.
Who blocked me on Facebook? Yeah. Came up, gave me a hug, a handshake, bought me a shot and a beer, and we hung out and watched the band.
Shut
You
up,
have to-
Billy. Billy's saying something.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God,
what
Billy
it is.
Trey!
Hi,
Billy
Billy
Trey,
Trey.
please do me a huge favor. And
If you had said Frankenstein, Dutch boy Frankenstein, I
I think
would have
that's
known
mean.
off the
I
bat.
think that's mean.
No, he understands.
This is really good.
I was
really like this
honestly I
one.
was happy that we buried the hatch the way we did.
knew
Nothing
you
was
were
said,
gonna.
nothing
I
was
was sitting
talked
there
about.
watching, I was
He just
like-
said, "Here, have a shot on me," and we sat down and we just
Ooh,
hung
I
out.
Dude,
wonder.
it's it's
Is
with
this
everything
is
going
this
on.
what
This
classy
shit
people
happens.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
shit happens.
real
Oh,
quick,
don't do that, please.
Why?
what?
Please
Put
don't
a
do
candy
that
in her
in
mouth and drank the beer.
Allentown.
Actually, it just probably give it. She'll taste more. It'll taste more like a sour, like it's supposed to. Billy Trey, do me a favor. Please do not shave that mustache off. It is absolutely glorious.
Oh, Billy.
And
Billy
I'll-
Trey, you son of a bitch.
And
You
also-
remember
also
the
share
Blue
the page.
Voltage Mountain Dew?
I know.
It tasted like Swedish Fish. It was like identical. It was a Swedish Fish
Dead
flavored
nuts.
Mountain Dew. However, if you chewed Swedish Fish in your mouth and drank the Voltage Mountain Dew at the same time, it just tasted like regular Mountain Dew in your mouth. The Swedish Fish canceled out the Swedish Fish. It was super.
That was
fucking
like the
weird.
one
weird.
time when we blended or cuvee together a peanut butter dunkel with a peanut jelly beer or whatever. It tasted like a Miller Lite.
Yeah.
We were
weird.
blown away by it. We're like, what?
We put a peanut butter beer mixed with another like high flavor, like a strawberry beer, and we're like, oh, strawberry jam. It'll taste like strawberry peanut butter jelly. And we put them together and we drank it, and it tastes like a pilsner. The peanut butter disappeared. The
How
strawberry
did it
disappeared.
happen?
That's
How it happened?
A friend of mine and I, we have a shot that we do every once in a while, and it's a touch of razzmatazz with frangelico. That when you mix that right, that's perfect, like a peanut butter and jelly.
That's
Really?
that's a rich shot.
When we were
bomb,
down
man.
in North Carolina and we went to Double Barley,
Thank you, Billy,
they
for the share.
do. They call it the Thrilla and Vanilla. It's
Oh,
or
yeah,
no,
yeah,
they
yeah.
do what it's
And-
vanilla cake. They do the Thrilla and Vanilla Porter and the steak cake
That's in
stout.
North Carolina.
Yeah, and they mix them together, and
we
it's
actually
just like
we actually did an
incredible.
episode of all their beers because Chuck brought them up and we did them at
Strikers.
Strikers.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Did
I
you have
always
the,
That was a
field,
big
Field
lineup.
of Dreams.
no, but you know what I always wanted, and if you have an extra bottle laying around of it, or even if it's empty, I always wanted the Crowbot bottle.
See if I can find it.
Yeah.
but I don't think they make it anymore.
No, it was like a one and done
Yeah.
thing. All right, so real
it wasn't
quick,
very good.
no longer.
It was the
in
only beer that they
production.
made that I didn't like.
really,
Yeah, everything that they
something
make
supernatural or
is
something
the best of that style beer I've ever had. Their porter was incredible, the best porter I've ever had. Their stout was the best stout I've ever had. Their Imperial IPA was the best Imperial IPA I've ever had. The
Interesting.
Crowbot beer, didn't like it at all.
Wow. All right, so here's my initial take from this beer. Without the chocolate center, raspberry pop, raspberry Tootsie Pop.
I don't know.
It tastes like the raspberry shell from a Tootsie Pop.
I can get that.
I don't know. For me, like raspberry and a Berliner Weiss, like I've had it so much, I'm just like, I think it just might be overdone. That's just me.
Yeah.
It's
Is
one of those.
is from what you're experiencing? Is it good?
It's definitely good. I think it's just for me to go with baseball terms. It's a safe bet. It's a safe bet.
It's not hitting a dinger.
It's not hitting a dinger at all. I would say like it's a good one, and it's especially good for somebody wanting to get into the sour game, and they really want to sharpen up their senses, and especially with the lactose because that really takes the extra edge off of it. But be warned, if you ever have any other Berliner Weiss without any lactose, you're gonna get a little bit of a rude awakening.
What's your score?
3.25.
3.25. I should have never said anything when we first start talking because now people are gonna think I'm super biased. I like raspberry. A lot of times I get raspberry in beer and I don't get as much raspberry as I want. For me, this is a 4.25. I like this one a lot.
I gave it a 3.8. It's a little atypical for the style, but I still like it. You still like Berliners have a kind of particular essence about them, smell wise. You get that immediately. but as soon as you taste it, the lactose is right there, and it's urine. But it's not bad. It's good.
It softens it out.
I'm fine with this. 3.8.
But I definitely agree with you on that, Bob, with the lactose. It really did soften it up. But
This would be a beer I can drink an entire can of.
yeah, that sounds about right.
I could
yeah.
drink. Is there any more left?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
Does
Oh,
anyone
no.
else do you
Oh,
want to
no.
That's all
Kill
you.
it. Kill it.
If you
You're
found
more
one
than
you like, I
welcome.
wouldn't be mad if you drank another one. If there
Kill
was
it.
one.
Kill it. Keep it on the side, and then you can sip on that if you don't like the next two.
Okay.
To keep with your baseball
can.
thing going on,
Yeah.
hitting dingers. They're not going full yard, but they're definitely in play. I'll go with that.
They're staying in play.
They're playing small ball. They're
Single, doubles.
small ball wins games.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
this is a tasty beer. I went 3.5 because I could drink a full John of that for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm. Let's go with the war horse.
We're gonna end with Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna end with Oktoberfest. We're gonna start with Oktoberfest, end with Oktoberfest. All right. So this is the crushable Citra. I don't know. I don't know what they're going with there.
Let
me just crack it and pour it.
All right.
COVID.
No, we may or may not have it, but we don't have it.
We definitely don't
We
have
don't
it.
have it.
We wouldn't be at this table if
We
somebody
don't
was
have
sick.
it. Crushable. Citra and Wakiti.
Am I missing the joke there?
What?
Crushable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Crushable.
Oh, okay. Now I'm
Bolero
getting it.
snort.
Look, their
Because their logo's a bull.
logo's a bull. I was like, I don't get it. I was
So when
like,
I
what
seen
does
their
bull have to
when
do
I
with
seen
orange?
their logo, I was like, oh, this is a Texas beer. And then and they're like Jersey. I was like, what? How does that happen?
Apparently, I've had this one before.
Thank you.
Back in June 15th of 2017. That's when it all happened.
Six friends have checked this in and gave it a 3.6. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. 3.46. 1,630 friends have checked it in and
Watching
gave it
her
a
drink beer.
3.69. Everybody's fine. This is a 4.2 IPA session Indian session ale. So if you want to give this a read here.
Okay. We brewed this new summer banger for when you just want to pop a few back to beat the heat.
No?
Boatload of Zithos in the kettle for a massive Wakadu dry hop lemon lime floral aptly named Crusher. Ooh. Wow, that was a lot of sentence acrobatics there. Holy shit.
Do you know that this is not the only orange creamsicle beer that this brewery makes?
We've had
That's orange creamsicle.
I don't. Is it supposed to be orange? I
No,
don't-
it's just
Oh, okay. I thought you said
no,
orange
it just-
creamsicle earlier.
No,
I was like, what?
you got the whole thing of like the
I
orange
did.
crush aspect of it, and it just you're like, it's orange.
I smelled it. I was like, this doesn't even smell like orange. So they made an orange creamsicle beer that the can art looked exactly like a creamsicle.
It's like
pop,
good humor, good
like a
humor logo.
good humor
yeah.
bar. And it was like the closest thing to a creamsicle, but also still tasting like a beer. It was my favorite orange creamsicle beer I've ever had. It was my personal favorite. So when I looked at the can and I seen the orange and the green, I immediately my brain thought it was an orange creamsicle beer. But then I smelled this, and it's like, no, that's definitely an IPA. So you probably went in hard thinking it was an orange flavored beer.
No, because I smelled it.
You're like, hell yeah!
I smelled it and I was like, oh no, this tastes like
she
that really.
smelled it and she just
Tastes
went,
like the hoppy
oh
one.
no.
And I did really quiet into the mic. I went, oh no.
Oh my.
Wow.
I went right back to the sour one.
I don't know. It is very drinkable.
It's
Is it
definitely
crushable?
Yeah, 100% crushable.
Crushable.
Yeah, that's 100. That's 100% crushable. 100%, no doubt about it. That's an easy drinker all day
Yeah,
IPA.
it definitely is.
Hoppy, juicy, smooth. Grassy, light, hoppy.
Now here's how I'm gonna ask you about this one. So out of all the crushable beers that we've ever had, like where does this rank? Like we'll go with top 10.
Hoof crafted is hilarious.
I can give you my score. I don't know. I don't know where this would lie on the rest of
Oof,
my
Greg.
crushables though. I'd give this.
I know it's a little tough, but
I'd give this a 3.25.
3.25.
I want to give them more points now because it was funny.
I don't hate it at all.
I would say I think it would be a good solid 3, just because like we've had a lot of crushable beer. Like
Yeah.
we had a lot of flavor.
I still think my favorite all day beer is Founders All Day IPA.
Okay.
I think that's my favorite just all day beer. I just think Founders All Day IPA is fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie when I say this. When we had the Equilibrium, their crushable one, the 4.8 or whatever. That one was just like
They
it really did
Here
not.
You Are just interviewed and went to EQ and did a whole show.
I know.
Really excited to hear that.
I know. The owner and the brewmaster, and he makes the food too because he does his own brisket. He's a really nice guy. Yeah,
let me get
they
some
have his
brisket.
own yeah.
Super happy for that. That's a big get.
It's the cat's ass of brisket apparently. Like he does it a good job. He graduated from MIT, so all of his stuff is all scientific and all. Being a brewer and
It's a
a
math
chef
I made
and
a
all.
joke saying this guy's education can
brisket.
save the world, and he's making beer. But he's making the best beer you can have. EQ's beers are just.
So he kind of is saving the world.
He is. He's
somebody's world.
His EQ is like for me one of the top breweries in the world. Being honest.
I would definitely tell you that I may or may not have gotten a peanut butter popsicle inspired stout
From EQ.
from EQ, and I may or may not have 2 more of those and some other stouts then too. I think we should really hit it hard and kind of give them a little bit of a
I think-
vibe.
Where is it? Where is?
Middletown.
No, not like where's the beers?
No,
New York.
no, Middletown, New York. Like
Yeah.
like a 3-hour drive, but it's a nice facility though. Like if you go back on our page about it,
We've drank a lot of EQ on this
yeah,
show.
they've won beer of the night at least 3 times.
Yeah.
At least 3 times, and if
They're
it
always-
was like
every
close
time-
second,
Every time they're on the show, they're in the top 3.
yeah, it's we
think
really
the
try to
last-
space it out.
I think the last time on the show they won with their Fractal, Fluffy Fractal.
Yeah, that one, and they also won with their Aussie Sweetness then too, because
Yeah.
we were like, that was the weird night. Episode 75 was the weird night where you were really vibing on the stouts. Andy actually changed his ratings like 4 or 5 times. Your dad liked IPAs, and Bob and I are looking at each other like, what the fuck's wrong with the world today?
Like a full moon that night.
Yeah, it pretty much was. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, Bob, you sound on a good episode.
You know what the cool thing about Bob is that I like is Bob was a fan of the show. He found it. He seeked us out. He found us, and he listened to it. So him coming in, he just fit like a glove because he kind of knew us, our personalities.
that. I
because
I find it funny
because
yeah,
he
well,
listened. He listened to the show, and he just kind of knew exactly where we all sit. So he would make comments like, "Oh, you like IPAs now?" All of a sudden, we're like, "Oh shit, he listened!" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, Bob is officially a Bangin' Beers member. Like, if you look, I know he doesn't have Facebook or Twitter or anything, but if you look at
You
the
don't
banner of
need
our
it.
page, you make the list of all of the people. Like, there's everyone's photos that we take. The Bangin' Beers squad is
Yeah.
us, is the 4 dudes, and you're on there. You're part of the squad, man.
And it's funny because it's just like you have these little small callbacks, and it makes it all the while better.
Yeah.
It's nice.
All right,
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for
Um,
joining us.
To Bob.
so
You're a real
Bob,
one,
To
Bob.
Bob.
what is your score on this?
Like I said, I gave it a 3.
3?
It's not blowing me away. There's better crushables.
Okay.
Man, does that sound like Lunchables from like
The only
Meyer,
thing
too?
I'm bummed out is I didn't realize that this was in here, and I grabbed it, and then after I grabbed it and we started cracking it, I realized that there's a Balelo Snort Oktoberfest, and I should have saved these 2 together.
Oh, you goon.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this is gonna be
man.
back.
That's okay.
This
yeah.
brew's gonna be back for an Oktoberfest
I was gonna
episode.
say you could probably switch out the last
Warhorse?
Oktoberfest for it, right?
You might as well.
Nah, we'll keep Warhorse.
I mean, if you already got the picture.
yeah. I already got the
Okay.
picture.
Yeah.
We'll keep Warhorse.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
I gave it a 3.2. Again, on a scale of 5, that's well above average. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. To me, there's nothing that makes it stand out or is really incredible. But again, there's nothing at all wrong with this. I could drink that all day.
This would come down to price point. If this was a cheap 4-pack or cheap 6-pack, and I'm like, oh, it's a 4-point, like, and I'm going out and I'm gonna hang out with some friends all night, and I want to stay conscious. I would
$12 for 4 of them.
Yeah, I would grab this all day long. I would drink some 4-point, whatever it is, these easy crushables. I would enjoy myself. I know I'm drinking craft beer, and I wouldn't get too hammered. These are good. These are good. These are good party beer nights where you just bring. You know how people have like the BYO beer parties, like you go to your buddy's house, bring a couple beers. This is perfect for that night.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I cannot say anything. I mean, again, there's nothing spectacular, but I cannot say anything bad about that.
Definitely
that's,
not.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Again, that's above average. I have no problems with that at all. I would drink that anytime it was offered to me.
I agree.
Fair enough.
I'd like to go out there. I know Jersey's like.
Bolero Snort. Yeah.
I'm
Jersey-
not going with. I'm still not allowed in New Jersey.
Okay.
Fuck them. We're taking it.
Just put like a black mustache on. Nobody will
wear
know it's
Groucho glasses.
you.
You know what?
I'll
I
conveniently
actually have a
forget my
mullet
ID.
wig that we could put on you.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'll just
Oh,
wear
yeah.
the hat. It's probably easier.
That and a hat.
Tori,
Ger-
what did you think of
German
this
hat
one?
with the mullet.
Not for you.
Not for me. I
It-
went back to the raspberry.
It's shocking because
Fair
I
enough.
think this is actually a little more hoppier than the hop cycle. For
You
me,
know
anyway.
what? I think. Yeah, I think it is.
Because the hop cycle, that pineapple smooths it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta let me read the write up on
This,
this
John,
one.
I went 3-5.
Okay.
Because I like this a lot. I would get a bunch of these. I would have like 2 or 3 of these.
We have differing opinions. Hey, it is what it is.
So full disclosure, I'm very excited for this beer. They make one of my favorite lagers in Hazelton Hero. It's a great beer. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I've had so many 4-packs of it. So them stepping into the Oktoberfest and us trying a Warhorse Oktoberfest, I'm really excited.
Okay, so I held my breath for a little bit there. Whew. Okay, I had this one since on
get a
December
picture?
9th of 2017 because my mom and dad would go to the Finger Lakes and they were like, "Yo, there's a brewery called Warhorse. You want me to grab you anything?" I'm like, just bring random 4-packs along." And Rolling Storm is their Oktoberfest, which I had. It's Warhorse Brewing Company, Marzen, or Oktoberfest, clocking in at 5.5% alcohol by volume. Warhorse is from Geneva, New York. It's a nice facility. We actually have a Belgian triple. I think a Belgian quad or Belgian triple. That's in my fridge. It's 5 years that you have to age it, so we're getting to that peak of maturity.
I also have an orange creamsicle by them sitting in the fridge too.
Oh,
Christ, that's
baby.
long,
So,
dude.
whew. Well, it's a high alcohol content too. So, I believe this would be a good time for a beer, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Is that your Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
I know what he
impersonation?
sounds
It was
like.
spot on.
It's a good
I don't
time.
know.
Great.
I don't
for
know.
beer.
I just want to sound like 40s, 50s radio time. You know, that's
Okay.
just
The
me.
40s, right?
We were having ourselves a fireside
What
chat.
But Rolling Storm is an elegant malty German amber lager with a clean, toasty, and bready malt flavor, restrained bitterness, and a dry finish that encourages another drink. Soft, elegant, and complex with a rich aftertaste that is reason enough to celebrate. Malts, Vienna Pilsner, hops, Willamette, Peterson Farms, FLX, food pairing, smoked bratwurst and spatzel. And here's the cool part of Warhorse.
Batesel.
Spatzel. Thank you,
Got you.
Cheesefoot. All right. You're that much better. Awesome. And album pairing, this is their thing. The Notwist, Neon Golden. There you go. So you get an actual music recommendation with every Warhorse
Yeah, they
beer
definitely
that they do.
they definitely take pride in their write ups.
That's awesome.
I got a chance. COVID happened, so it was really hard to work out like an interview for the show, and I've been having some technical difficulties with interviews, so I haven't had him on. But I talked to the owner and one of the brewer, like the owner of Warhorse, and he's a super cool dude. I'm a big fan of this brewery. Hopefully, once the COVID all goes away and it just disappears, goes away forever.
Getting the
We can-
microchip vaccine soon.
The mic-
It'll be the best go away there ever was.
No one knows goes away is better than me.
Oh,
The best at it.
Oh, shit's gonna be packed.
All my
trust me,
friends
like,
say it's the best.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, like concerts,
Everyone's-
breweries,
everybody says-
everything's
everybody
gonna be-
says-
Everybody says, nobody says.
It's gonna be we will 100% take the longest road trip in podcast history and go up to Warhorse and do an episode.
It's gonna be like that one movie Clint Eastwood is in. It's like Any Which Way But Loose, and like they just beat the shit out of each other in town. Like that's how it's gonna be when COVID goes away.
Oh,
I thought you meant when you
Whoa,
go
I
to the
didn't know where
brewery.
that
no.
I was like, he said he was cool people.
Be in the car, you're gonna go right turn, Ben.
Yeah.
I was out here like, well, I guess I'm riding, but like, I don't wanna.
It's like, yeah, we're gonna have a great time at the brewery. We're gonna fucking kill people.
No, but it's gonna be like
fuck
everything's
some
gonna
big
be
shit up.
so everything's gonna be like so packed. It's just gonna be like a madhouse trying to get to everything and like chill out and
Dude,
get back to normal.
2021, people are making. Yo,
It's gonna go. It's gonna be ape shit. 2021.
Businesses are gonna make bread. 2021.
Jesus, man, the overtime is gonna be fucking ridiculous.
No one's gonna want to be at work.
No one's gonna. Well, people are just gonna be freaking
Well,
just hand over fist, ham fisting everything.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Essential workers are gonna want all the time off, and the ones that like me who's been out of work for like 6 months.
Oh my
it's like,
God.
I can't wait to go back to work. Like,
Same.
Yeah.
Complete reversal.
To be fun. It's like, all right, essential workers, you take a couple months off.
You guys are good.
we got it. We got it.
I'm
went
gonna
a
be a
little deep-
doctor.
I went.
I'm a doctor now.
Look at me. I'm the
I'm the
doctor
doctor now.
He had to take a break. He's been here too long.
I went a little deep with the reference to Any Which Way But Loose. There's Any Which Way But Any Which Way But Loose. They're the sequels, and it's just Clint Eastwood beating the shit out of this guy. It's like a street brawl. And
He
they
also talked to
follow
a
him.
chair.
Well, there you go. Like,
He's like, how you doing?
I'm
And I was
doing.
like,
I'm doing that. At the brewery.
yeah. Get drunk and talk to a chair. Anyway,
it's a Marzen. It's an Oktoberfest. It's a German beer. It's
I think it tastes really good. The taste is very good. I think all the taste notes are there. The only thing for me is
this is more up your alley because it tastes more of like a lager rather than that sweetness
it's
to
a
it.
little light. It's like a light Marzen. It's like light version Oktoberfest. I kind of want
Marzen
that. I want
Junior.
that real rich amber.
Marzen Junior.
I would have liked them to replicate a little more of
me
their
get a sippy
Hazelton
cup.
Hero and work with that and made it an Oktoberfest.
I mean,
That rich, like when I like when we went to Brew Daddy and they poured our Oktoberfest and they brought it out to us. It was that rich, dark amber color. It was just like it looked like if there was a mosquito in it, we could have started Jurassic Park.
yeah.
It was just a gorgeous looking beer. This is good, but it's like a light version of it. I
Mhm.
think here's the thing though, it's very full bodied in flavor.
It's a little bit deceptive in that sense, yeah. Really, it is. I really like the brew. I really did like that Brew Daddy one because it had
It's
that.
perfect.
It was just a little bit over. Like it pushed this over a cliff a little bit, and it had that flavor. But it was like
Brew Daddy over Yingling.
I have to try that. I don't think I had the. I might
That's
have
my
had
opinion.
the Oktoberfest. From Yingling, but I really have to try it.
I had
out.
about as fresh of a batch of Oktoberfest as you can get, thanks to Tyler Smar. Like it was like off the line in a keg in a house, tapped.
This is Tony's big dick energy.
I'm just saying.
I know, I
I had
get
about
it.
as fresh as you can get it. I love Yingling Oktoberfest, but I think I honestly think right now the king of Oktoberfest for me is Brew Daddy.
That's saying something too. But anyhow,
This is
what do you
number
think?
3. This is number 4. So I think in the scale of tonight, the winner for me for Oktoberfest would be Warhorse over them.
I never really, to tell you the truth, I never really got into like the Oktoberfests.
It's lager,
and like
man,
it's
I
like
love it.
it's just one of those things for me. I'm like,
Yeah, this is spot on. This is everything that a Marzer and Oktoberfest beer should be. I don't have the Brew Daddy experience to compare it to, but
You know what? Real quick,
for-
as I'm thinking about it, as you're saying it, this is a Marzen. The Brew Daddy's was a Hefeweizen.
no, it was a
It was a Marzen too.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
But this is pretty damn good for the style in my book. Maybe a little light in color, but other than that, I can't say anything bad about this.
Yeah.
I did not score it yet, but for what it is for the style, I'm probably going to give this a 4.
I'm right there with you.
Okay.
Oh God.
For me, I mean, I like the sweetness of the Rohrbach. I like just the regular taste of beer from
Finish her off.
the rolling storm.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Man, I think I have to let it sit on a 3.5.
3.5.
I went 3.5 back in 2017, 2020. It hasn't changed. I mean, you have some certain aspects of it, but like there's something that, again, like you like the Brew Daddy beer, the Brew Daddy Marzen. I really liked it too, and I didn't find anything wrong with it. But then again, we have canned stuff like shelf stuff then too, so it's really tough to compare. The 3.5s are actually solid for when they were sitting.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
What's your score on this one, Cheese?
I went 3.25 because again, it's hard for me to drink Oktoberfest when I already have my favorite Oktoberfest
Yeah.
picked in Victory and Yingling. It's still very good. It was a little bit on the light for Marzen and a little bit more on the lager spectrum for me.
Okay.
Like if you would have said, "Oh, it's a lager that we flavored with,"
I mean, lager's
Oktoberfest
very close to
style.
Oktoberfest. I mean, it's like kissing cousins.
Because
But-
basically, what you're really looking at, Cheese, is that this is such a traditional beer. It didn't break away from the tradition until 1954, where the Helles lager actually came into play then too.
Mm.
So therefore, like I was saying, like the granddaddy of lagers. This is the as close
They're
you're
all
gonna get.
variants
Yeah.
on a lager.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, like, it just branched off to other stuff
Then
then
I'll,
too.
I'll
so.
change it to it was more on the spectrum of American lager than Marzan lager to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Tori,
But it
what
was
did you
still tasty.
what did you think of your first two experiences of Oktoberfest?
That last one wasn't my favorite. I
No?
mean, I think out of all of them, on a design level, like the can is my absolute favorite. I
Well, it's
think
good you say that because that's going to be coming up soon here. So
Oh, cool. Never mind. Then
What-
We're gonna
Yeah.
be
I'll hold
rating.
it.
Why I was looking at 'em.
We're gonna be rating this shit, yo.
So we'll start with Tori.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beer of the night.
Oh, that raspberry one.
Okay.
That's my
Okay.
favorite.
The dinger.
The Hittin' Dangus. Bob, what would you
That's
go
the
with your
one
beer
I
of the
topped
night?
off.
The dingerberry. Sorry, I had to
Oh,
pull
like
that joke
that.
out.
Trying to go back through everything here. Hang on.
Okay, Tony. Well, while Bob's doing that, you go.
You
do
go.
Yours.
I'm the host.
No, you go.
I'm fucking.
No, you go.
I'm sitting on the
no,
saddle,
you go.
buddy.
We're still
Fight over
comfortable.
Fight over it.
No.
Hit him with a chair.
Fight to the death, like we're at the brewery.
That Hop Cyclone has been really hitting for me.
Okay.
I like the Hop Cyclone.
Cheese.
Going with the
Oh, the
Crushable.
crushies.
crushable.
Bob, you may make or break this episode.
But there's nothing wrong with that either.
I am gonna go with the Hop Cyclone as well.
Oh,
Oh,
babe! Wow!
shit.
Freaking Bob out of the woodwork. Damn,
Shit.
man.
Well, we have a tie for first.
Oh snap!
Oh yeah.
Yep. Hitting
Oh,
dingers.
did you? Oh man.
Hitting
So,
dingers. So we're gonna go number one. We have two number ones.
geez, too local. Yeah, there you go. As the rules state, then too, you do not pick the beer that you had. So therefore, you pick that one. That's out. So
All right.
we go
Second place.
Second.
My
place.
second
Okay.
place would have been Hop Cyclone,
Mhm.
but I don't have to do that now. So I'll start this one off because, in the spirit of Oktoberfest, I'll go Warhorse for my number two. Ben?
I don't know. I really like the sweetness of the Rohrbach. I like the regular flavor of beer from the Warhorse. But then I liked by the number, the away from the numbers too. I would have to say that
Just dragging it out.
you're fucking right. In the spirit, we're gonna go with Warhorse.
All right, Bob.
I'm Warhorse also.
It's gonna be tough to beat for second. We'll put it there for now. But what would have your pick? Wouldn't it?
This one was hard for me because I went 1. I would have gone 2. I would have gone 3.
Okay.
And after that, I would say
Go down your laundry list at this point.
I would. It would be a toss up for me between the Oktoberfest. So
Okay. Tori.
I don't know what its name is, but the checker pattern here.
The Rohrbach.
The Rohrbach. Interesting.
That's
The
my
sweetness.
okay.
It's
Sweetness
the
of it.
sweetness.
All right. So third place of the night. We'll start with you, Ben.
All right, third place. I'm gonna go the numbers one. I really liked it. It really tasted decent. It was something like if they actually canned it regularly, this would be a right up my alley. I'd have this in guaranteed 4-pack.
Okay. Bob.
I'm gonna go with the peanut butter for number 3.
Oh baby, wow.
Tori.
I didn't like any of the other ones, but I'm also gonna say the peanut butter because I want a candle like the peanut butter.
Cheese.
the Rohrbach. Tying third.
I
The
if,
hard
if,
night.
all the
if I had to
beers.
if I had to pick what I would drink out of all of these more, my vote won't count, and I think third place is pretty much locked up. I would go Crushable. So third place is going to be Lancaster Brewing Company
Wow. Okay.
Roasted Peanuts. So let me get that picture real quick.
Nice entry from a lot of the Oktoberfests.
Don't hate me, but what if you develop some sort of like a
Peanut.
point system for your beer of the night? Because I feel like
So you feel like that we should average?
I feel like if you were first place is worth 3 points.
Yeah.
I think if you were to do a point system, that Crushable would probably have taken third. Just
I
based
agree.
on that.
I agree.
There's a lot
I feel like a lot of the voting for third place there was just based on what was still available.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when we really look into it, like, there's a lot of us that like certain styles or like certain flavor profiles overall. Like, I like something that's different. Tony likes something that's a little bit more beer tasting, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying
Can
to
art of the
really.
night.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying though. Like, we always pick it as one of those things.
Yeah, everyone has
where
their
it's
own
everybody.
profile.
That's why it makes it a little bit tougher because we're going off of personal and what we liked the most, face value.
Nailed it. Can art of the night.
Tony, I'm passing off to you. I'm volleying it.
I already picked you.
All right, Foot. I'm passing off to you.
Mine's tough here because, and they're actually both kind of baseball related because I don't know whether to pick this one that's definitely Mike Schmidt, or this one you take me out to the ball game because
The Peanuts.
Peanuts is
The
hilarious.
peanuts and crackers.
But I gotta go
Jacks,
with
man.
Mike Schmidt. I feel like
Schmitty? Bob?
I was battling between that one, but I'm gonna have to go with FDR.
FDR, baby. Yeah.
Tori?
So I really like the FDR one, but I also really like the human robot design just because it looks like a
Simple.
It looks like a sigil,
Mhm.
like because that just comes to the truth behind illusion, like witchy type thing.
Spooky.
Yeah, so it looks like a sigil, but from just from pure just design aspect, I do FDR wins for me because it's beautiful.
Ben? This whole time you didn't process this at all, did you? Warhorse wins.
Yeah.
Warhorse can art of the night. Why are there? Yeah. I mean, if I had to pick a second, if it came down to what I'd wear on a T-shirt, I'd go Hab Cyclone second. This personally me.
Only reason why they color the actual aluminum in this, and that's just like one shot and done. All these are just labels, but that's just me. It's a little bit more production value in a way. It's gimmicky too.
all I can hear is "Get your peanuts here."
Get your peanuts here. Get your peanuts. Man, we're
Hot
doing
dogs,
we're rolling with the
popcorn.
40s, 50s vibe on this, big time. It is what it is. Hey,
On the What Up Peep Show, we put over Bangin Beers podcast with me drinking a Hershey Porter and Kilowatt drinking a Lionhead Stout. Ben, the drink master, and Tori, who's the greatest of everything, and the Penguin needs a visit for his cider show.
Wait,
Jesus
what?
Christ, I'm the drink master. Holy shit. Okay.
he's a drink-
All right, I'll
he's a-
roll with that.
He's a drink master, all right.
I've never had any of the Lion's Heads other than the
The lot.
regular John. Is that a
Interesting.
lager? Is that what it is?
I
Yeah,
appreciate.
that's their light beer. Yeah.
I saw they have a Hefeweizen that I would be interested in
They
trying.
came out with
Well,
something else too.
I do appreciate the plug, Paul. If you guys check out the Wicked Turtle Network, they're very similar to the IWEP network. They do a lot of different shows. They dip their hats in a lot of pools.
I thought you said dip their ass in a lot of things.
They do.
That's not
They-
first.
They go
Same.
They go ass first and everything like we do. No, shout out to those guys. Show them love. We do a lot.
Yeah,
Of,
show them love. Thank
we
you.
do a lot of collaborations with them. So show them all the love you can. Ben, what do you got to plug?
What do we got to plug? We got a lot of great lineups overall. We're going to be doing a Sunday show about Yingling
This Sunday, yeah.
this Sunday, and we're going to be still continuing the theme of Marzens, and also we're doing Halloween-inspired beers. Still have the Tattered Flag stuff, so that's definitely going to be cool to break out with the Grim Reaper and all much later. November is definitely going to be the pumpkin-inspired and ciders, and we're trying to get Uncle Dan's ciders, so you want to sit on that show. Trust me on that one.
I might come in for the ciders one because I love
Uncle
ciders.
Dan's ciders are on
The Snow Steak, he still has one that's about a year old, a year or two old.
so fucking
And the
nice.
ciders just get better as time goes on. It's life changing. Like you really appreciate ciders when you drink Uncle Dan ciders.
He is if I don't know if we have access to get it or not, but the Snow Steak is amazing. But his blueberry breakfast, will blow your fucking mind.
It would be a huge get for that, but you're more than likely to try a Snow Steak.
I think
more
we
than
cracked the
anything.
last bottle when we were there.
I think he might have maybe one or two, but he wants to save it on a special occasion.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That
Yeah,
beer is,
and
that,
I'm
that's-
like, I have no problem with. I messaged him one day because I told him about my dandelion wine with blood oranges.
how'd that go?
It's coming out actually decent. I think it needs a little while to mature yet, maybe like January, February.
Also,
But
same.
it still comes out all right. It came out all right for the most part. It got real that stringency out of it because I had one bottle of it. I had my little like Teku taster of it, just trying a little bit like each day, and it's a little sweet, a little bit boozy, a little bit citrusy, and dry. And it's really weird how it hits you. It hits different in all different levels. It's cool.
I think Andrew said he might dabble into making small batches for the show, like
We were-
home brewer stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
fun.
we were talking about it at Brew Daddy too. I said, "Hey, come on over to my house. We'll, clear out a little section of the yard and we'll ride with it." Because I got that one kit from my one buddy in Whitehall. We dropped off beer that one time
Mm-hmm.
for him, and I dropped off beer afterwards.
Big thing too is if you guys know someone who does home
Eric
brewing,
Buck.
yeah, let's get some home brewers on this show.
I have some friends that homebrew all the time. Any given day, they probably have 4 or 5 different things on tap in their homes.
If they're willing to
if
have
you
us in their homes,
Whether I talk to them and see if I can bring stuff or if we can work something out. Where
Either
we
way.
can, yeah,
we're cool with it.
So if you want to check them out they're set up as homebrewers on the app. Coal Cracker Brothers.
Coal Cracker Brothers.
You know what? That popped up on my thing while we were here. I'm pretty sure.
I also want to get one of my guys.
Reach out to them, see if they'd be interested in coming and bringing a couple beers.
Yeah, I will.
I like to get one of my guys on here. His name's John Slaughterback, and he actually made the recipe for the coconut porter for Appalachian Brewing Company. He won the contest, and they actually used his recipe.
Yeah.
And he actually makes a whole bunch of beer, too. He's
Right.
a really nice guy.
Ben, yeah.
Eccentric.
Bob, what do you got to plug?
Nothing special going on, but we're gonna try and get Rose and I are gonna try and get one more road trip in this year before winter sets in. We're hoping to travel up to Poughkeepsie.
Ooh.
Okay.
We're gonna start out the Bee Farm Brewery and work our way back. Hopefully, we'll be able to hit both sides of the Hudson and get Hudson Valley and Newburgh Brewing again.
The cool thing with Bob too is not only does he go out and try to experience beers, but he keeps us in mind. He brings stuff back for us to try. We have more stuff in the fridge that Bob brought. So I think the way we're going to go this month, is we don't have enough Oktoberfest to last the whole show. Because we kind of hit the Oktoberfest craze a little late, and we hit when pumpkin was hot. So we have a lot of pumpkin for November.
Yeah.
So we may even sneak some pumpkins in maybe the
We're gonna
next couple weeks.
We're going to hodgepodge it a little bit.
Yeah, because
Have you
because if
done
we
the
have
whole range of pumpkins by chance?
we have
There's
Matt.
like 4
we
or
have-
5.
oh, I think
different-
we have two.
we have the pumpkin, we have the cold brew, we have the warlock, and I think we might have the nitro.
We
I'm
had,
not certain about that.
We had a rum. At my work, we had a rum barrel aged
That's
pumpkin.
the one that's the elusive
and we had
one.
In bottle?
chai tea pumpkin.
That
In bottle?
No, it was on tap.
that might be a little bit. That might be a difficult get.
Where do you work?
I worked at the Shelby in Allentown. We don't have it this year. This was last year.
Oh,
I would just love to work someplace where they had beer on tap. That's all.
yeah.
They have 20 taps, and I would say at least 10 of them are just
Yeah.
rotating craft beers. They're the only thing that stays on is, people will be big mad if we took off Miller Lite.
Yeah. So this Sunday, once again, just come hang out with us. I think we're shooting for 4:00 start, so you can
Okay.
hang out with us Sunday at 4:00, and we're gonna do the entire first ever the entire Yingling lineup. We were kind of waiting, hoping that Yingling would find us, because we reached out, didn't get much love. So we're gonna do the entire Yingling lineup, see how it goes. But Tori, what do you got to plug?
Well, like you said before, tomorrow for Truth Behind Illusion, we are doing a podcast at the Jim Thorpe Prison.
Super excited for
So
that.
I'm so excited for that. Check out my band, the Tommy Knockers. Also, I do logos at Bewitched and Clover on Instagram. I've been doing.
Well, real quick, if you like the logo you see for Truth Behind Illusion, all of them. If you like logos for the new logo for Not Cool in High School and some new ones coming out for that show, may have a logo in the works. So we talked about a little bit, a logo for Bangin' Beers coming soon. Maybe not replacing the skull, but maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I have to see it.
Well, who's
I
Daddy?
don't
Daddy makes the choices here. So
Joint adventure.
That's
joint
what
venture
Daddy
here.
so maybe make a call, maybe switch it up a little bit, so we may have
Maybe.
a new logo. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be beer inspired and a little bit of pop culture. I think is fun. And then, like I said, she does fantastic logos. If you want a logo for your podcast, if you
Homeboy
want,
says, Tori, I need a penguin logo.
well, hit her up. Hit her up. She'll give you some prices. And because here's the
I
thing,
can't read the name from this far. I'm sorry.
Paul, he is the Wicked Turtle. So here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't work for free. She is an artist. She has to get paid. So just keep that in mind when you're hitting her up, because some people think that she does everything for free. That's not the case. You got to show her some love. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Every logo she has done for us has done fantastic on the merch page. So you will make your money back with her art. I'm telling you right now. She does a great job. So
I've also been doing the logos for Noah for Punksteria Fest.
Punksteria.
Those are turning out really fucking cool.
Thank you.
she's turning the
Thank
lead
you.
singer of every band into a superhero.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I do tarot reading, and that's all I have to plug.
Yeah. She got me a tarot deck.
I
I've
do.
been practicing. So
Okay.
look how good my beard looks on camera, but then you get close and it looks like shit.
Okay, Foot, what do you got to plug?
October 18th, I have the Punksteria Halloween show in
Cool.
Wilkes-Barre at the Keystone Ramp Works. It's going to be a good time. We got 2 comedians, myself and Quinn Perrier, who
Okay.
is much funnier than me. It hurts me. Once I accepted that, I feel like I was all right with it. But at first, I was just like, fuck, that dude is funnier than me. Like, I got to do better. And I was
The
like, well,
shaky fist, like
never going to do it. He's the winner.
Really?
But Jake Langley headlining that, so that's going to be a
Okay,
lot of
nice.
fun.
Cool. We had him on Interviews with Everyday People, so you can check out.
I don't know how ticket sales are doing for that, but grab some tickets. And I've been thinking about doing some sort of a merch giveaway based on tickets. Like, you buy a ticket, maybe I'll just give you a shirt when you show up.
There
That'd
you
be
go.
dope.
That would be so
Yeah,
cool.
he has really cool shirt logos. And if you hit him up, he has a bunch of stickers and pins he'll give you away for free.
And Tony, what do you got to plug?
Just check out. Yeah, Tori has the whole lineup. Just check out the IWEP network. Show us the love. Hit that like, subscribe button. If you are into beer, or if you have friends who are into beer, send them your way over to the Facebook group. The Facebook groups are I mean, I haven't really started working on promoting the other 2 yet, but Not Cool in High School and Interviews with Everyday People are really growing, and people are really contributing and making a community out of it. So yeah, definitely hit us up on the Facebook groups and do your own beer reviews and share some stuff off, and we have a lot of cool stuff coming for you guys.
I would honestly love to see other people do their reviews. So I
That'd
mean,
be amazing.
if you're just sitting around and you're like, "Oh, I'm having this beer," just fucking tell us what you think of
Make
it.
a video of it and
Yeah.
tell us about it. in
Tell
the
us
group
what you
page.
think out of 5. If
And
you were
I'll-
just like
Yeah.
Hop Cyclone 3.5.
And
I feel like
even
that's
even a
fucking
good
cool.
introductory
That would be
beer that
cool.
you can try out. It's that Evil Genius and Miller Lite
Are
collaboration.
you are you getting that?
I'm gonna try and get it
I'll see
because
if I
we
can
always
find
say
some.
because you're like, this beer tastes like a mimosa. I'm like, all right, we gotta be the judge of that because you're the mimosa guy apparently.
Imprint. If it has too much puree, it's not a beer anymore.
But it has 6%. Tony, there's Facebook posts that say that Imprint has a 6% alcohol by volume with all that puree in it.
Okay.
But other ones,
I'm not going
I've
by
been
this.
seeing
I'm
a
not-
lot
no.
of,
But I'm just telling you though.
I'm not
Look,
going by the
using
percent. I'm going by
450
what
But
it
I'm,
tastes.
but,
tastes.
I'm, but I'm going.
Alcohol.
But still, though, they're concealing the alcohol with all that puree. That's what I'm just trying to say.
And I want to drink a beer.
Well, that's just you.
I don't want to drink a juice.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just
But
saying.
I'm just
I think
telling
they're
you,
good-
you
I
got to
think-
commend them for having a 6%
Sure.
alcohol by volume beer that's so concealed. It is orange juice.
Sure. I think they're fun beers.
Yeah.
I won't go out of my way for one.
There is a market for that. Tony
Yeah.
is not your market for that.
I
Yeah.
won't. I won't run out of my
Yeah.
way for one.
Tori is your market.
I
for
won't.
that.
I won't.
I'm the market.
I won't sit. I won't pre-order a week in advance to go get a beer that tastes like I'm drinking juice out of the
Drives me
fridge.
insane. I want nothing more than Imprint beers right now, and I just can't fucking get it because I'm forgetful for 3 hours a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tough. You have to really be on the fly there. Yeah, it happens.
6% drinking juice. Not for me.
Hey, 6%, baby. That's all it is. Hey,
That's 2% higher than a Miller Lite.
who gives a shit? Tony?
Guess who? Guess who?
Hey.
Guess who
Hey.
doesn't have to wait a week and a half for a Miller Lite.
Hey, that's it. Yeah, that's you, man. That's you. But still, though, it's the experience. It's
I'll
what you
wait
tried.
the week
It.
and a half. God damn it. And then he'll still get to reap the benefits because I'll bring it up.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, tastes like fruit. It tastes like I'm drinking like juicing is really popular. The hipsters like their juicing, and that's what it tastes like that with booze.
I almost bought a Jack LaLanne juicer a couple of years ago because I was like, holy shit, look how much juice you get out of that apple.
Jack LaLanne, baby. Rest in peace. Rest in
De-
power. for him,
debate
too.
debate with the
I'm gonna
master
swim
now. Who-
across the
Who's
lake
the
and
daddy
tow
of
3
beer?
boats in my
Ben
teeth.
Craig. I'm not saying Ben's not the master of beer.
I don't know who's saying this.
That's what Penguin said.
I
I
did
don't
buy
know,
a cheaper
eh?
juicer though, and to be fair, I regretted it because I would be like
I think
Apple,
I think Ben.
orange,
I think Ben has
grapes, and then I would
more-
just eat the pulp.
Yeah, I think Ben has a lot more
Why
experience
didn't I
when it
just
comes to
eat the
beer.
fruit?
But I think I come with more the everyday, like barroom drinker, converting over to craft.
Dude, I
You're a
can
simple guy
convert
that
either
has
way.
simple
You're a
taste,
scoop.
and
I'm,
that's all right.
I'm coming with a.
And that's fair enough. That's
if
fair
you're
enough.
trying to convert from craft beer to domestic beer to craft beer, where
Fair
you're like,
enough.
I'll drink a maple syrup beer and I'll love it. You're all right,
And
so
I'll tell people like if that's a good introductory beer, like as I mentioned.
you're like
broke it
Tori
down.
with Truth Behind Illusion. You believe in like everything.
It's true.
hey,
You're like this.
there's no such
That's not
thing
an
as a
insult, Ben. You can say thank you.
Dave
There's
and
no
I
such
want to
thing
come
as
and
a bad
hang out
beer.
for one of those, by the way.
What's that?
Dave and I want to come and hang out for one of those.
For
By the
Truth
way.
Behind Illusion.
We got
Do
lots of
it.
shit.
All right.
Dave and I used to do lots of adventuring.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Have you ever been to Penhurst?
No.
Oh, see, I can't.
Dave
go
and
to
I
Penhurst.
used to go years ago before it opened as the attraction. We used
Yeah.
to find new ways every single week to break into it because we'd
Oh
come.
Jesus! Don't. La 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 la
It's,
la la la.
it's,
la.
We're
it's
not
totally
breaking
cool,
in.
you know. But we would come and like the doors would be barricaded with wood.
Mm-hmm.
We'd tear it down. We'd come back. Now it's chains. We'd break them open. We'd come back. They welded the fucking metal doors shut. So we went through a window. Like we would always.
I feel like
if there's a will, there's a way.
I think Paul is giving backhanded compliments here. He's like Brian is to Tornado Tech Podcast what Ben is to banging beers, without giving credit to the host at all. Yeah.
Put it this way. I
Let
tried
me
a
sit back
bit-
and not
wait.
talk, and we'll see how awesome Ben is at podcasting.
Hey,
Next week, you
you'd
run the
be-
show.
All right, you'd be very
You're
surprised.
sitting in my chair. You're doing all this.
Oh no! I'm talking. I'm talking.
Well?
Hey, you said I'm talking. No. You said. Well,
All right, next
Ben
week,
talk.
tomorrow's episode, Yingling, you're in charge.
This is what it was like.
No
for
pressure because we're
Meatball
trying
and
to
I on
get
the
we're trying to
deli.
get noticed by Yingling. No
Just
pressure.
be the face. Just all you have to do is claim that you're the face. It'll piss him off, and then you're good to go because he'll still have to do all the shit.
Won't piss
well,
me
you
off.
can just be like, "Hey, I'm the face."
Won't piss me off at all. I know where I stand.
You can be the brains. I'll be the face. You know, it's all right with me.
I know where I stand.
I don't know. I just got roped into some bullshit. That's all. That's what I'm seeing out of all this.
No,
It's a threat.
Ben will read this and be like, "Oh yeah, they wouldn't be able to do shit without us." ask Ben how ring. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. No. Thank you for being here for podcast. We're out of here. See you guys next time. We're out.
Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. If you got some beers to bring, you know we're always down to hang. 1 or 2 or 3 more, come see what we've got in store. A beer for you and a beer for me, 1 and 1, and that makes 3. So if you think you're down to hang, come and join the bangin' gang. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers. Bangin' beers, time to bang some beers.